Hey everyone, Creature and Guy here, coming at you with another Godzilla figure review, continuing my 2002 figure review-a-thon. Today reviewing Mothra. Mothra? Mon? I don't know. So yes, we've got Mothra 2002 from Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Monsters, Giant Out Attack. No. Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Giant Monsters, Great Out. Okay, anyway, it's something with a bunch of names. This is a very cool Mothra. He's very, very nice and big and very colorful, as you can see here. Very colorful indeed. But before we get onto the figure, let's take a look here at the tag. And let's just get a good zoom in here. And as you can see, you have a picture of Mothra from the movie. And you got the word Mothra in 2002 and also in English for those of you who can't read Japanese. On the back you got Godzilla's devilish looking face, and on the inside you've got the exact same picture with a bunch of other stuff, including also an extra tag that tells you not to eat it, or else you will die. So let's take a look here at the figure itself. So the figure, you can see, is in kind of an odd position, where it's kind of reared up on its, rear and back legs as well. Most Mothras are going to be more like this, with their legs all crunched up on the bottom and just kind of, slouched on the ground like that. But this is an interesting and different approach to the overall mold. So let's first of all take a look at the detail. And getting a zoom in here. So first of all, the detail on this figure is actually pretty darn cool. You got the, on the eyes, you can see very well and individually detailed. You can see the little tiny scales on the eyes like regular butterfly would have. And you have is very furry antennae, whatever, and sort of feathery looking there. It could have been a little bit more fleshed out, but that's okay. And then you have fur on its face as well. So it's a very soft and plushy Mothra in appearance. Then on the wings you have the different texturing here on the wings that show its fragile sort of butterfly-like wings that are very fragile and gentle and float in the wind. And also you see its fur down here in its armpits or whatever, and looks like you could use some deodorant. And on the edge of the wings here you got these large, huge scales or whatever they are. And then, of course, you got the legs, which are all wrinkly and buggy looking. But overall, there's nothing really too buggy and ugly looking about this thing. I mean, some Mothras will have, fur or something hanging down off of its legs, and it looks all, bedraggled and... Is bedraggled a word? I don't know. But, kind of like a bug and all lanky and everything. But this one is actually really pleasing to look at. Okay, the other thing is the paint scheme, and if we could just get a good full look at the wings here, very movie accurate. Paint scheme is spot on. And I gotta say, this is one of my favorite Mothras color-wise, because just look at all this color, just yellow and purple and black and orange and red down here. And while other Mothras do have this, what really is cool is that it's outlined by not brown, but this really bright, feathery, light white. Plus orange, of all things, right here, a big orange diamond on its back and orange stripes down its abdomen, including a humongous little stinger. And on its face as well, it's just so colorful. I mean, you got yellow down here and purple up here and orange up here and a little yellow up there. I mean, it's crazy. Crazily colored, but it's very pretty. I really do like this one quite a bit, actually. The only thing about paint scheme is that if it would have been a white, the white had been a little bit more shiny like it was in the movie, that would have been cool, but as it is, it's pretty cool looking as it is. I mean, it really gives off the appearance of a moth, with the butterfly wings here, but the heavily feathered wing tips and around here as well. So, very well done, very well sculpted, and very well painted as well. Now, let's take a look at articulation. Well, sadly, in articulation-wise, this is where this figure seems to fail a bit. The only articulation on this figure is, in fact, its head, which just does that. And then the other articulation is over here, and while that is a bit of a welcome addition to a Mothra's, it isn't exactly really anything. The wings just kind of wiggle. I don't know if they're supposed to or not, or what. But that's really all there is. But that's not too big of a deal, seeing as how it does come with all this paint and this detail. In fact, moths don't really, you wouldn't expect a moth to articulate a whole lot. It would be cool if the wings could fold up back over its back, but, you know, that's okay. But, I mean, it's Mothra, for crying out loud. All she does is this, and that's all. I mean, she is not, or he or it or whatever, is not worth any, does not do anything else other than just fly and sit. I mean, that's all. So, it's not like it needs to do action poses or anything like that. Because, let's face it, it's a giant moth. What are you going to expect it to do? So, overall, I'm not too disappointed. I'm not going to knock any points off for articulation on this, because it does actually have a bottom two lower posable legs here, and that is actually kind of inventive and kind of cool and new. Something that you don't see in Bandai figures when they're just trying to slap a couple figures together. You can tell that they took time on this, just like they did the other one, the Godzilla. And speaking of Godzilla, let's do a little bit of size comparison here. Okay, so size comparison-wise, well, as you can see, Mothra is just about as long as Godzilla is. So, it's about as, long as Godzilla is. Now, this Godzilla is a nice big bulky figure, whereas Mothra is kind of small. But, it's okay. And you can also tell that these guys were meant to go together, because you can just kind of sit Mothra up here on top of Godzilla's back, like they had it in the movie, as you can see right here. So, very cool, a little addition there, and so yeah, they definitely go together. You can definitely tell they're cool. Like in the movie, Godzilla was of course bigger than Mothra, as he was most of the other, basically the other Guardian monsters as well. So he's of course meant to be quite a bit larger, and you can tell that as well. So scaling is actually pretty accurate, despite Mothra's apparent small size. So definitely good paint job, excellent paint job. Really good sculpting. Articulation isn't really all that good, but I mean, it's not supposed to be because it's Mothra and it's a moth, so shut up. And scaling, it is excellent. So this is an excellent figure. So in summary, I would say that this is a great Mothra. This is one of the best Mothras that they've made so far, in my opinion. I would definitely go out and get this one for sure. It's not going to be worth too much, probably, but just in case, I would set aside maybe about 30 or 40 bucks. I got mine off of Clownmark Toys. You should definitely look there first. So yeah, just get this thing. It's cool, it's awesome, it's colorful, it's big, it's beautiful. Get it. I'm Creature Rent Guy. This is Mothra, and I'll be seeing you later with another 2002 review.